False Teachings That Have Never Gone Away, Part 2. One of the most fundamental questions that exercised the early church was the relationship between Jesus and God. The early church believed that Jesus was and is Emmanuel, God with us. The arguments about this revolved around whether the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost were three persons or one person. As a Trinitarian, I believe that there is one God who eternally exists as three persons. Almost immediately, this belief was challenged, and the following are some of the false beliefs that arose: Sabellianism, monarchism, modalism, oneness. These are all names for a similar idea, which is that there is only one person in the Godhead. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost are different expressions of the same person. Sabellius was a 3rd century priest and theologian whose ideas have been repeated under different names down through the centuries. Today we have oneness, Pentecostalism, also known as apostolic, or Jesus's name, Pentecostalism, which continues this belief. We also have this teaching in the form of modalism as taught by such teachers as T.D. Jakes and Stephen Furtick. They teach that there is one God that appears in different modes. The problem with this teaching is that the three members of the Trinity have a relationship with each other. That is why they are distinct persons. John chapter 5 verse 20. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth, and he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. So the Father loves the Son. The Son is also a separate person from the Holy Ghost. He tells his disciples that the Father will leave them another Comforter while he is away, in other words, one distinct from him. John chapter 14 verses 16 to 17. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another Comforter, that he may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. Probably the best refutation of these false doctrines is that when Jesus was baptized, all three persons of the Trinity appeared together. Matthew chapter 3 verses 16 to 17. And Jesus, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, and lighting upon him. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. This was not one person in different modes. This was three distinct persons who together are God. Unitarianism. This is another belief system that opposes Trinitarianism. This time, however, it says that only God the Father is God. Unitarianism has been around for a long time, at least since the 16th century. However, its roots are in Arianism, the teaching attributed to Arius, the 3rd and 4th century priest and teacher. He held that Jesus Christ was not co-eternal with God the Father, but was rather created before time. However, Jesus was never created. He himself created all things. Colossians chapter 1 verses 15 to 16. Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. It's very important for us to know who Jesus actually is, and this is only really clear in the authorized version of the Bible. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16. And without controversy, great is the mystery of godliness. God was manifest in the flesh, justified in the Spirit, seen of angels, preached unto the Gentiles, believed on in the world, received up into glory. Jesus is God made man. It is a mystery that many have tried to explain. As I said in the first video, Athanasius was the man who clarified this issue for the Church, and his creed is the best explanation of it. The next video will look at some other false teachings that have always been around and continue today. Thank you for listening. If you found this video interesting, you can find more information at prophecy-workshop.com.